Yo, afternoon, everybody. This is Bearcat Sports Show coming to you live January 20th. MLK Jr.'s birthday. Man. Happy birthday to the legend, Martin Luther King
The
Jr.
goat.
Yep. Happy birthday to him, man. Uh, Today is also the national championship. Um,
Yeah.
Notre Dame and OSU, and they had the inauguration. There's a lot going on today.
I know, in one day, bro. Like, that's so.
Yeah, whole lot, whole lot. But that's cool. It is what it is. Hope everybody had a uh, good weekend. How was your weekend?
Same old, bro. You know, just chilling with the fam, watching. Well, it's college basketball season, so I've been watching some of that.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I actually caught a little bit of the Illinois game yesterday. Uh,
Bro, they should have won that game. They have Michigan State, and they
but you can't.
blew the game, bro.
Well, you got to have your top player in there. You can't have them in there for 8 minutes. I think. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
It's
Will
hard to
Riley was killing them. Like, I don't know, but
but that's what he does. Right? Will he off and on, and you saw a perfect example. He was hot.
yeah, yeah, he's a freshman, so, he's going to be a little inconsistent, but
He's definitely inconsistent. Look, he's definitely inconsistent. For sure. I mean, he can shoot. I mean,
yeah.
I think maybe by the time tournament season comes, maybe he'll finally feel more comfortable and get. Cause he can shoot with the best of them. Man. But
Yeah,
cool, man.
Michigan had an ugly loss to Minnesota the other day. Like it's crazy because they'll beat teams that are really good, and then they'll lose the teams they should beat. It's
Hmm.
weird to me.
I mean, Illinois
So
had a loss to USC. They probably lost.
yeah, they should have won that game. So it's just weird, like
They
how college basketball has gone. Like teams that you think they have no chance beating, they beat, and then they lose to teams they have no business losing to, and you're like, all right, I guess. Like Illinois beat Oregon, but lost to USC. Like, all right, I guess.
and they didn't have Yakachunas out there for the USC game, and then obviously yesterday for those that watched, he was.
Yeah. When's he back? I heard he has an injury though.
I mean, he played yesterday. He was in there for 8 minutes. He got
Yeah.
tried out. I mean, you can't really.
Oh yeah, he fouled out. That's
He's
right.
their best. He's their best player, and the ref didn't let him play at all. And the two he was in there, literally 2 plays in a row, they scored. He comes down and gets his fifth foul. I'm like, come on, y'all, don't make it more obvious than what it is. Like we knew what it. And they said one foul, I missed it. The guy was grabbing his arm, but they called the offensive foul on him. But I guess not.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. He was
So it's
cheating,
like,
bro.
I don't, and you know how it is. You go to Michigan State's one of them places where you got to have your A game because the refs definitely, especially
It's
if the game is
especially for
on,
basketball. Yeah, bro. You
the
gotta like
game is yeah,
if you're gonna beat Michigan State, you have to blow them out. Like you have to
yeah,
blow them out.
at home on TV, like
Yeah.
nationally televised. Yeah, good luck. They're going, yeah, it's like going to Green Bay on a national televised game. You better have your A game. But they gonna give them the call
Or the Chiefs,
or the Chiefs or
which we'll get into that
Ravens.
because that
Yeah,
was fun,
yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll get into that. We can go into that right now. So we'll get
bro.
to everything else later. But yeah,
Bro,
think about the
the rest be cheating, bro. Like I get it's the Chiefs and I get who Mahomes is, but like, dang, bro, like they gotta be cheating like that, dog. Like I literally be watching Jawan Taylor every week. This man be offsides every week and they don't call it, bro.
mhm,
I'm like, that's why he keeps doing it. And then
right.
when they do call it, he'd be surprised because they don't ever call it like they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
That man's whole helmet be across the line, and I'd be like, bro, like, what are we doing?
So good. So good. But that's one of the things, man. It's always like that. It's like I think with him, they could call on him every single play, but it's like he ain't gonna change. So guess what? We gotta adjust because he's not. They didn't. I mean, they've called on. Remember the first year you was with him, they would call everything on, him, and he still ain't changed. So it's like it's one of the things like a guy, the person shows you who they are, I believe, and then he has, and they just said they adjust to him because they can call on him every single play. Every single, not even not even being not even joking. Every single play they call it, but they're not going. It's kind of like kinda- somebody like it's kind of like you just get tired of like you're not. It's a lot of
Yeah, you get tired of like that one penalty they called on Will Anderson, that rough in the passer, that was crazy, bro. Like
yeah,
literally that was crazy. I'm sitting here like I'm like, what you want Will Anderson to do? Stop midair and not hit Mahomes? Like I didn't understand that, bro. I was like, so he's just supposed to stop midair
yeah, right.
and somehow avoid Patrick Mahomes. Like I don't understand what Will Anderson was supposed to do.
That's what happens. That happens. Man. You just it's one of them things, man. Like, hey, you the golden guy, you gonna get all the calls. It's
You're
all
gonna get
time.
all the calls, bro. And then when he ran out of bounds and tried to flop like that, bro, I was just like, dang, bro. This how you know Mahomes be getting calls, bro, because he straight flopped like that. I was like, dang. Like Patrick,
This,
what you doing, dog?
this ain't nothing new. We saw it with Tom Brady. Like we gonna act, yeah. Did Tom Brady perform when he had to? Yes, but we not gonna act like that man and get a 1,001 calls. And you
Man,
try tripping. You're not being real. 'Cause that man got all kind of calls for real, and he knows. Like, come on. But it is what it is. That's when you the guy, when you the man, you gonna get a lot of preferential treatment. I mean, it is every star in every league gets it. Doesn't matter who you are, they all get it. LeBron got it, Jordan got it, Brady got it, Montana got it, all these guys. Like everybody gets it. It is what it is. You gotta be ready for it and keep it moving. You no sense of getting upset about it because you already know it's gonna happen. So what's getting upset? If you come in the mindset of the game that hey, they gonna get a couple of calls, then you ain't gonna be mad. And I think that's the problem. I think with Houston, I get what they're saying, but you mad for some shit that you knew was gonna happen. What's mad about?
I mean that's common, right? Like I just don't like with roughing the passer for me. I just don't understand what you want the defenders to do.
Nothing. Ain't nothing they can
Like
do.
you want them to gravitate midair and like somehow avoid the quarterback. Like I don't understand. Like
That roughing the passer call is ridiculous.
no,
They
like
gotta
that.
figure it out, man. They
Like
gotta
they got
figure
to figure that out, in my opinion. Like, just like I'm thinking as a defender, what am I supposed to do? Like, just like, cause how do you get a sack otherwise? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I mean,
I
I get it.
just
I understand the quarterbacks are the money maker. I get it. But
yes.
at the same time, they've been playing football their whole life. Man. Like, why are we? So what? If they get hurt, they get hurt. That's part of the game. They can get hurt by walking, falling down their stairs. It is what it is.
I mean, for
Why
real,
are we
bro.
protecting them so much, man? God, if you
Bro, they
gotta
could get
protect,
hurt in practice, and they don't even get touched in practice.
don't even get touched. Like we got to stop protecting. We got to stop babying these dudes, man. Like let them get hit. It is what it is. Like now, if it's egregious, like if a man lands on him on purpose and drives him in the ground, yes, that's rough in the pass. But if he jumping in the air and he just happens to hit him, how's that rough in the pass? Come on, we got to stop. Like there's just certain calls, like it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there's certain things that people are doing that drawing penalties. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the targeting thing, like, some players are literally lowering their head so they can get that target penalty on the defense. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like,
for real, that's what I'd be saying.
you
It's like,
see it.
how do you stop that?
How do
Because
you
how's
stop
that
it
fair to the defender?
right when the offensive guy knows if he lowers his head just a little bit and they hit helmet to helmet, hey, I'm gonna get a penalty. And people like that ain't he don't do it on purpose. Watch them guys. They go across the middle, they lower their head because they know the defender gonna have to go lower than him to not get a penalty. So guess what? When the defender goes lower, you got a greater chance of missing that tackle.
Like I forget who it was, but might have been Vegas. I forget who they were playing. Somebody literally, the quarterback lowered their head and got the penalty. I was just like, that is insane. That is insane. Like the defender was going for his chest. The quarterback lowers his head and made it
Mhm.
so that the defender's helmet hit his helmet. It was
Hit his
crazy,
helmet.
bro. I ain't
Exactly.
never seen that
They
before.
gonna throw the penalty because no helmet to helmet, right? Like, some of that stuff is just ridiculous. There's nothing you can do.
So, the Chiefs won. That's what else is new. It's the
Right, they
Chiefs
7
at this
straight. I
point.
mean, they did what they had to do. I mean, we
Like,
already
at this point, I feel like if the Chiefs don't go, that would have been a shock at that point. Um, Okay.
I mean, they did what they had to
Um,
do. I think what
yeah, they did what they had to do.
one thing about the Chiefs that people don't talk about it, we've been talking about this. People been talking about this for years. Their defense is really good, man.
Yeah.
They are. They really good, man. Don't matter, man. They lose some people. They slide another guy in there. Steve Magnolia is good at calling people.
George Karlaftis is crazy though.
Yeah.
He's a monster, bro.
Like it helps that he has Chris Jones, right? Top five defender in the league there.
I'm just talking about him coming off the edge though. Like
No,
edge
I'm saying,
rusher,
like
that dude is crazy.
it's hard to double. Like even if we, like Chris Jones, you have to account for him, and then now you got to account for another guy. So then so you opening up opportunities for the other guy. So like it's hard to stop that when you have two elite pass rushers coming in. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
the same thing you saw at the end of the game, other the Rams game. Everybody like, oh, Jalen Carter. Man, let me tell you something. It was four people on that line they had to defend. They had to pick somebody to double team.
hmm
They wasn't gonna let Nolan, what's his name? Nolan, is it Nolan Smith coming off the edge?
Nolan Smith from Georgia.
They wasn't gonna let him come off the edge by himself as fast as he was blowing past my man. There's no way. So they hedged their bet on my man could hold up Jalen Carter, and Jalen Carter used his man strength and manhandled that man 2 plays in a row.
Yeah,
They
bro.
didn't have no other option. Who was going? They had the double. They had the double. What's his name?
Uh
Jordan
oh,
Davis.
the other dude from Georgia.
Yeah, Jordan Davis.
Uh
They had Jordan
Jordan
Davis,
Davis.
and then the other end. Other end. They. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your center got to be 1-on-1, or the left or the right guard was 1-on-1 with Jalen Carter.
Yeah, man.
Good luck.
It's not happening, bro.
It's easy to do. Like you ain't like that. I'll say this: Jalen Carter is 1-on-1. You're not blocking him. Not every play. Because you have to account for everybody else. It's different if he goes to a team like who I know defense.
I'm trying to think of a team that's like terrible. Like
Like Arizona, they defense is not even
Arizona, yeah.
they defense. So he go to Arizona, he's not gonna dominate like that because they don't have nobody. So they just gonna double and triple team him all game long. He's not like Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, you put three dudes on him, he pushing one of them back to the quarterback. For real.
Well, Aaron Donald's like one of the like he was a generational guy though. Like
Right,
he
that's what I'm saying.
one of the
Like, and
best
that's
in his positions ever. So
And that's not a slight to Jalen Carter. I'm just saying, like it makes it easier when you have other guys there to help you out. It's the same thing we were saying about why Brian Poles should have got another edge to help
well,
out
okay.
Montez Sweat. But he's
This
got
has to be addressed because I saw way too much this weekend.
yeah,
Ryan Poles made the right pick between
absolutely.
Darnell Wright and Jalen Carter. We complain so much about how the offensive line has no talent on it. And the only top 10 pick on that offensive line is Darnell Wright. Yes, Jalen Carter is a dog. But we knew that with him coming out of Georgia. But do we have the infrastructure Philadelphia has? I mean, let's be
No,
honest.
that's
No,
what I'm
we don't. No, we don't.
that's why I keep
Like,
saying. Like why we keep
like
talking about Jalen Carter like
Darnell Wright was a really good pick, right? Like he was a really good pick for us. We needed a right tackle. I mean, we were literally rotating Riley Reef and Larry Borum. Like, let's be for real here. Like they got the best right tackle out of that draft that year. Like, and
and
the
he was
numbers back it up. The numbers still back it up. We talked about him all season. When Darnell Wright is healthy, he's one of the best right tackles in football, bro. Like he
yep.
played through some injuries this year, but he even still was solid then. Like let's not get it twisted. Let's not.
He was top five rated top five. He had the fifth highest rating for PFF for the right tackle.
Exactly. Like
Like
both teams won, in my
what are
opinion.
you talking about?
The Eagles got what they needed on the defensive line, and the Bears got a much needed offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Like, so keep building on that. Like, get your other bookend tackle, maybe Will Campbell or Calvin Bates in the draft this year, and then you got two studs at tackle. Like, come on, bro.
Right.
Like,
If the Bears get a
Let's.
tackle and a center, we straight. You can
I
throw
mean, for
anybody in
real.
that guard for real, for real, for real. You can throw two guys that's decent at guard, and then you'll be all right. We need another left tackle and we need a center.
And a
Do that.
center. We get a left, and you can address that in the draft. Like you could get a left tackle and a center in the draft. Get two decent guys from free agency. Like this is actually a good free agency guard class. I was looking at it the other day. Like so, I mean, come on. Like let's remember what the goal is here. Is to build the offensive line and to get it so that we're protecting Caleb, right? Because isn't that the goal? Is to protect Caleb Williams? Like he got
Look at
sacked 68 times. So what would drafting Jalen Carter have done?
nothing. Nothing.
Exactly. Like big picture here, guys. Like,
I mean, you
yes,
got
Jalen Carter's a really good player. I wouldn't have been mad if we took Jalen Carter. I wanted Jalen Carter, but I also wanted Darnell Wright because I'm like, at the end of the day, we also need offensive linemen, and that's the
time.
only top 10 pick we have on the offensive line. So, miss me with the polls messed up by not taking Jalen Carter nonsense. I get on polls about a lot of things, but I'm not going to get on him for taking Darnell Wright over Jalen Carter. It's not
No,
going to
no,
happen.
no, 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 no. No. I'm not gonna. Yeah, we're not gonna get on him about that. Other stuff, yeah, we
Yeah,
get all
I'll get on him for a lot of stuff, but taking Darnell Wright over Jalen
no,
Carter, no,
hell,
I'm not gonna do
no.
that. That's one of the
Like you
things
said,
I like that he did
like you said.
personally.
Mhm. Yeah.
So no, yeah,
No,
I'm
he's
not gonna
done.
do that.
Again, just because we might not like him per se doesn't mean he hasn't done good things. Because he's done a lot of
Right?
good things, but he's also
Mm-hmm.
done a lot of bad things. And here's the thing
Exactly.
I'll
Like
say.
I still like the DJ Moore trade better than most people. So
I said this, and I don't think I ever said it on the show. I'm not like everybody else. I don't feel like Ryan Foles has been like this godsend of a GM. I feel like
no,
I feel like he's taken a garbage team to average.
right? They're
I don't think
average.
we're good. Like they're average. Like and people are like, oh, no. He's done some things. He's done some good things. He lucked up with the Carolina trade. He got DJ Moore. And we ended up getting Caleb because of that and all this other stuff. But he's also done a lot of questionable things. Taylor Jones
Mm-hmm.
for one. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a lot of things. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Like the Okenjobi shit that just happens. It
He
is
just
what it is.
failed a physical. Like you
Yeah,
really
that
don't
ain't
have
that ain't his.
control
That's
over
not.
that.
I don't put that on
Right?
folks.
That's not
I don't
his
know why
fault.
people. It's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, he's done a lot of good things. He's done a lot of questionable things, and there's some things that haven't come to light that he's done. That it's just like I'm good on. Like
Right.
if y'all gonna keep him, whatever. We'll see. But if you're not, I'm glad because hey, he ain't to me. He's just been all right. He's been okay.
He's all right. He's solid,
He's all right.
decent.
He's been all right. He's decent. He's decent. But I feel like
I feel
I
like
need.
this
I need.
year, I feel like this next upcoming season is make or break for Ryan Poles, at least for me, anyways. Like,
I want to see how he
I
does in
feel
the draft.
like I want to see where this team can go from here. Like, can you build off of the 5 wins? Okay, like, what do you do in the draft? What kind of free agency you bring in? That type of thing. So, who do you hire for the next head coaching job? Like, there's a lot of things that I want to see. Um, in the off season and what he does. So
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
we're gonna talk about it. But so yeah, so the Chiefs beat the Texans, and then we had the later game, which at least is still probably recovering from. The Lions
I'm
get
fine.
destroyed at home. Body from here.
Like, bro, like here's the thing, right? Like I've sensed a pattern watching these playoffs, right? Every quarterback, maybe except Mahomes, but even Mahomes has done this. Every quarterback left, for the most part, are mobile quarterbacks, are they not? You
Absolutely.
got Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. Mahomes isn't mobile like that, but he'll run. He'll burst
He's
a
mobile enough.
20-yard run. He
He's mobile
mobile
enough.
enough. He'll rip off a 20-yard run if you if you let him. I mean, he did against the Texans. It was like 15 yards, and I was like, okay, Mahomes, go on ahead with your
I would
bad self.
qualify him as a mobile quarterback. I wouldn't say he like golf. Golf is pocket. That's it. That man sit
Goff
in the
is
pocket
definitely
and
pocket,
go go.
like, and I just noticed I'm like, maybe they're really dying on the vine. Like you look at it, right? the 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 Lions had no answers for Jaden Daniels, right? Because why? Because
Nope.
if he don't run it, he'll throw it. If he don't throw it, he'll run it, or he'll just give it to the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like as a defender, you have to decide which one you're gonna what you want to do. Do you want to stop Jaden? Do you want to stop the running back? Or do you want to stop him from throwing the football? Like you can only pick one. So it's just like they had no answers for that. And then Jared Goff, being the statue that he is, can't move. And so they was just teeing off on him all night. Like, and then he turned the ball over and all that mess. Detroit didn't deserve to win that game. They didn't. Like Washington did. Washington was the better team. They came in and whooped tail. Okay, like that's what they did.
At
Like
all.
I think that
No chance.
this should be an eye opener for teams and for people. It's like you need at least some sort of mobility now. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just like these linebackers, these defenders, they're bigger, faster, stronger now. Like you can't stand back there and expect to have all day and not get your head knocked off.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
I
don't care
mean,
how
freaking
good the offensive line is.
I don't care how good your offensive line is. I mean, the Eagles' offensive line is pretty dang good though. But if dudes ain't get open, guess what? Jalen Hurts will run for like you saw that touchdown run he had. That was insane. And he wasn't even moving at full
Wasn't even
speed. You
running
could
fast.
tell he wasn't even running at full speed and still ripped off like a 45-yard touchdown run. I'm just like, yeah, bro, like that's crazy. Like Saquon, same thing. That man, bro, that first touchdown where he stopped, I was about to get so mad. I'm like, dude, Jared Verse is on your tail. Keep going. He slowed down. I was like, don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
But the second one, he made sure, like, okay, let
Oh,
me
nobody's
keep
catching
running. Yeah, nobody was catching him. So it's like, I just feel like after watching these playoffs, yeah, you need some sort of mobility, bro. Or you're pretty much toast. Like that's what cost Matthew Stafford at the end of the game.
it.
As
Mm-hmm.
good as he is, and as
He
surgical
moved.
as he is,
Moved.
they them defenders were ready, bro. Like that sack killed him. Once he took that sack, that the game was over.
Yeah.
Like that sack he took on second down, the game was over. I'm like, oh yeah, because you can't expect the line to hold up after they just gave up their sack. Like the center just got blown right by. Like right by. I'm like, who is it? You just let the defender run right by you and straight to Matthew Stafford. It was crazy.
Tom
So,
Brady said it, man. The quarterback's worst fear is a guy coming up with
yep.
because there's
Because
nothing you
yeah,
can do.
like there's
If you
nothing you
can't
can do.
move, if you're a pocket guy, you're dead.
Right,
You're
you're
not
dead. You're
moving.
literal dead. If you
Yeah.
can't move, you're literal dead. And that was also Jared Goff on Saturday. It's like he can't move, so he lit bro kerplat splat. Like, dude, like gotta
But
have
that's
some sort of movement in
but this is
today's
something
game.
that you've been talking about for years with Detroit. Like even though she cheers for both the Bears and the Lions, most of y'all didn't know why.
Yeah,
But
y'all know what.
yeah, but for what she's been saying, it's the same stuff she was talking about with Justin. Like the Lions struggled bad when we played them when we had Justin. Bad.
They struggle against mobile quarterbacks, period,
They
though.
struggle bad against mobile quarterbacks because you cannot. There's nothing you can do. You can say, "Oh yeah, we got him," and then guess what? You just step to the side and he's gone. Or if
Like,
you got, so you look at, hold on. So you got people. So look, so here's the difference, right? So we can take our games. We had Justin against the Lions, and a lot of times we didn't have the skill talent to help, right? We had a couple of guys, but that was it. You see Washington. Washington got 5 guys out there that can do something with the ball. 5. You got Ertz, Ryan Robinson Jr. if he's out there. You got McLaurin,
De'Ami Brown,
Naomi Brown, and what's the other?
Terry
Uh
McLaurin.
I said McLaurin. What's Zakia? Them 5. That's just 5
Oh,
of them.
Zacchaeus, yeah.
That's just and Noah Brown. If you know what I'm saying, like so you got what he's got an option. And guess what? You had James running Philly. That is a nightmare.
That's why you
All
cannot blitz mobile quarterbacks, bro. You just can't blitz them.
no.
It can't happen.
I mean, you saw, you know what I'm saying, and skipping ahead. If you saw Lamar at the end of that game, he was in the pocket for how long? Like 8 seconds before he threw that pass to, what's his name? Like the almost tied the game until Mark Andrews got to bring his hands out the
Mark Andrews is on the crap list, bro. Like, you cannot drop that pass at the goal. Bro, for the 2 point conversion, you can't drop that pass, bro.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you cannot drop that, man. But anyway, going back to the Lions commander, like Jaden is like it's okay. Like I'm not gonna get in the whole discussion. We should get Jaden over Caleb. Man, it's too early to say.
Oh, no,
Oh,
I am. I like to make
yeah.
people
But
uncomfortable. I
but
like to
what,
get petty.
but what I will say is, and me and Elise was arguing with somebody yesterday. I'm not gonna say their name, but to act like Ryan Foles just because you want to Caleb doesn't mean he's the only guy you can talk to. Because guess what? He could have learned some stuff. You know what I'm saying? He could have learned some stuff from the other guys he brought in. He could have learned some different things. Things about his process, any of that. Because guess what? If your process is so great, why do you keep drafting these other guys that have been lackluster? You know what I'm saying? You
But
got a lot of lackluster draft picks. So if you bring in these other guys, just do your due diligence. I'm not saying you should have took Dayton. I'm just saying you ain't even talked to them. You didn't even see if he fits the profile of what you're looking for in your quarterback going forward. Maybe they didn't say some stuff in your meeting that you like. Oh, hold on. I
like,
need
whoa.
like
Like, you
why do we try to like see if Caleb will buy into this like this type of what I'm
Like,
saying? You don't know. You
the
don't know.
crazy thing is, you saw a glimpse of Jaden like that on Hard Knocks when he interviewed with the Giants during the combine. You're like, oh yeah, this kid is yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like, you
Yeah.
saw a glimpse of it there. And I was telling someone this yesterday. I'm like, you just some of the stuff that Jaden does and what he has, you can't teach it, bro. Like, you either have that or you don't. Like, that can't be taught. Like, it just can't. Like, come on, you can't teach that, bro. Like, you can't teach the poise Jaden has in the fourth quarter or throughout the game. You can't. No, bro. Like, you either have that or you don't. Like,
It's I said this and remember we said I said in the group chat. There's some people that are born leaders and then there's some people that mature into leaders, right?
yeah,
Jaden Daniels, you can tell he's a born leader. You can just tell it like just the way his teammates talk about him, the way his everybody talks about him, the way he
yep,
composes himself. You can tell that that man is a leader from day one. That's what he is. It just it you know what I'm saying. It's one of them like he got that glow. Like yeah, that's the guy. You know what I'm saying. Then you reverse that. You put Caleb. Caleb. I'm not saying he's not a leader, but he had to become a different type of leader than he was in college. Because in college, he is the best player on the field at all times. Didn't matter. He was the best player on the field. You come to NFL, you are not the best player on the field every play. And that's different. So then you have to change up the way you move, the way you act. So if y'all remember in the early part of the season, all this, hands, all this, his demeanor, some of his demeanor, we like, man, what the hell is going on with this dude? Nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but he had to change up, man. He had to become a different guy. And then so at the end of the season, you saw that in his press conference. What he said? Hey, now all them sacks on a lot of them sacks on me. My old line is fine. I got to throw the ball away. I got to be better. Blah blah blah. Yada yada
hmm,
yada. I got to check play. All that stuff. Some people like he's lying. No, he's not lying.
he's
No,
not
he's
lying.
not lying. He wasn't lying. If you look at him, he meant that, and he learned. So what happened? He matured because of what he went through. Now he's the leader that they hoped he would have been coming in, but now he is that guy. And I think next year you'll see a better version of himself. But again, I said this, we said this. The Bears, in my opinion, put too much on his plate to start the season. Like they just should have let him naturally mature into the leader they need. They could have anybody in that locker room could have been a leader. But you try to make him the leader straight out the gate. Come on, man.
The funny thing is, I remember people saying like, "Well, Jaden's running a college offense." Well, look how that's worked for him. You could laugh at him running a college offense all you want.
Man,
That's why he's in the conference championship game.
don't
So
matter. Guess what? All the teams are doing a lot of stuff that Bears should have been doing, like the screens and stuff like that. He checked to a screen for Terry McLaurin. McLaurin took that joint
for
for
58 yards, bro.
58 yards to the house. 58 yards. And he wasn't even the number one option on that play. Tom Brady called it out on the broadcast. He said, he said I can see that he checked the corner. He said he was not the first option. And he wasn't. But he went to him because he saw the way the defense was. Guess what? 58 yards later, touchdown. That's the stuff that we need. So you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. Y'all know Ben Johnson. I know that's what a lot of y'all want. Y'all want him to be the savior. Fine, whatever. That's what you want. To me, he still ain't showed me nothing. That I'm just like, okay.
I
I
mean,
saw the same shit that I've seen all season and last season. It's the same stuff. Like I don't like. I want to see him when he doesn't have everything around him. That's what I want to see. And I haven't. And me personally, haven't seen that. And I may never see that, and that's fine. That's just me. That's my personal feeling. I feel like I haven't seen him have to deal with
I
not
mean,
having your best skill players out
I
there.
feel like here's the thing for me. Like, I feel like people feel like he's the end all be all. Like, it has to be Ben Johnson. It doesn't have to be Ben Johnson. Is he a good candidate? Sure. If he's the next coach, great. Right? If it's somebody else, great. I don't really care, to be honest. Part of me wants this to be over already. Make a decision. How about that? like, I just want it to be over at this point. Like, for me, at the end of the day, pick who you're gonna pick and let's get the ball rolling. At this point, I don't trust anything the Bears do, nor will I until they prove otherwise anyway. I don't
Yep.
care who you hire.
Yep. Exactly.
Personally, do not care. Because until you prove to me otherwise that you'll be different, I don't care who you bring in.
Yep.
I don't.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
if
Exactly.
it's
I feel.
Ben, great. If it's Mike McCarthy, great. If it's Mike Kafka, great. I don't care. Prove to me, the Chicago Bears, prove to me that you're different. Until then, who cares who you hire? Personally,
Right. Right. I mean, if you look at it, and we'll go there. For I'll say this and then I'm gonna hold my thought. So again, the recap so we can finish up that second is hey, the Ravens, they lost. That's the Chiefs and Bills from Arrowhead next Sunday night. And then we got the Eagles and the Commanders.
I'm pulling for the
And Philly.
Commanders.
Yeah.
Although I
Oh,
like Jalen Hurts, but I'm
yeah.
pulling for the Commanders.
So we're gonna see,
That
man. I don't I honestly I'm good with either team winning. I
because
don't
I don't
care.
want to see the Chiefs Eagles again, bro. Like personally, I don't. like we saw that one already, but I don't like the Bills, so
I'm
I
Chiefs.
guess the
I'm gonna tell
Chiefs,
you that
bro.
the Chiefs. I'm Chiefs on that side, and then the other side, I'm whoever. I don't care. Like I don't. Yeah.
Like So I guess the Chiefs and whoever else, I don't really care. Maybe the Commanders, I guess. Just so people can keep crying about Jaden Daniels, that'll be funny. Like we already saw the spazzing out this weekend, so
Oh man, people lose their mind. Y'all just gotta. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's so
I
funny because
just
people look for a savior, and it's like, damn, that person ain't
like
living.
they get mad. They get mad when you bring something up. I just asked the honest question. You should have seen the knives in the chat. I'm like, I just asked a simple question. I just asked why the Bears didn't bring in Jaden Daniels, and all of a sudden, here comes people out in woodworks. I'm like, I just asked a simple question. That's all.
It ain't.
Just
Yeah, and
wanted to know.
you didn't say, hey, I wanted him. I wanted the Bears
I
to
didn't
win.
even say none of that. I just
Yeah,
asked why they didn't bring him in.
yeah. You
The
don't.
way he's playing, I, just curious why that wasn't at
But
least
guess
a
what?
consideration.
It had nothing to do with those of y'all that's not don't have the ability to separate the two. It had nothing to do with the Bears selecting Caleb. It has everything to do with Ryan Poles' process, and that's what
Right,
irritates
because I don't think they would have taken Jaden anyway,
me. Right? Yeah, they
personally.
weren't taking.
But
They
at
are.
least bring him in. At least do that. Like, at least fake it or something.
Right.
I
They were
don't know.
convicted. You know what I'm saying? Then they like,
Like,
oh,
you're doing all this extra work for the coaching search, but you couldn't do this extra work for
then
the draft? I mean, okay, I guess.
then they were like, well, then certain people were like, well, they didn't bring. Nobody else brought Caleb in. Why? Ryan Poles told y'all that
Right,
was
he
Caleb.
told y'all who he was taking. That's why they ain't bring him in.
And
But the Commanders brought in Drake, JJ, and Jaden,
and they talked to Caleb at the combine.
and
They
talked to Caleb at the combine. Like,
like they, but again, why would these teams waste their time when they find out from the other guys? Hey, no, theirs ain't bringing us in. Okay,
exactly.
why am I gonna waste my time interviewing Caleb? Then it's different. It's different if the Bears hadn't made their choice so obvious. Then you can be like, oh yeah, let's bring him in. Maybe it's a chance. But they
At
Yeah,
least throw
everybody
them
in the
on.
neighborhood.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Like, at least make it seem like we have options, right?
yeah.
Like, make it seem like no, we're only
Make it,
taking this
yeah,
guy.
make it the option. And give yourself options. You never know. You never know what can materialize from that. But
I
at the
mean, heck, the Giants brought quarterbacks in, and they tried hard to trade up, right?
yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
So, I mean, that's what you do. That's what smart organizations do. They give themselves all avenues of options. You give yourself every single option. That's the whole point. That's why you have option A, option B, option
Right,
C,
yeah. That's
option
all.
D. Like you
But
need to have multiple scenarios
yeah,
and
yeah.
play itself out.
The Commanders knew they wanted Jaden, but they still did their homework the other game
Yeah, just to make sure. Like,
to make sure they
okay,
knew they wanted
we
him.
like
Once
this
they
guy. We want this guy, but let's just make sure, in case something pops off or whatever, or we can't get this guy, who do we like
right,
next on our list that we can draft, right?
let's
You
yeah.
always want options.
Once they find out there was no way they can get Caleb, the Bears weren't moving. They was like, all right, it is what it
And
is.
they pivoted to someone else. They found who else they wanted. Okay, well, this guy was second on our board anyway. We're picking second. He's available. We'll take him.
Mm-hmm. But
That's
let's see
how it
what
works.
the other guys talking about first. Let's just make sure. And they did
Right.
their homework, and they talked to the. So that it is what it is. But yeah, back to the head coach, man. I want a head coach to get us to winning, man. Like
Right, exactly. Like,
I look at it
that's my
like
point.
people look at it like people forget. Like look at the Rams. Man. Jeff Fisher, he kept them around 500 for the 4 seasons he was there, whatever it was. Last 4 seasons he was there. That wasn't enough, especially when they got Jared Goff. He just could not do anything with Jared Goff. But they still had a decent little coach there. Because they already had Aaron Donald before they got Goff. They had a decent defense, all that. So it's like, well, thank you for keeping us here. We need a guy to go here. So what's wrong with that? Why we can't do that? Why does that everything have to be Ben Johnson? Because guess what? If we go Ben Johnson and he take us further down, what y'all gonna say then? What's gonna be the call then?
We
What
should
you
have
gonna do?
we should have taken so and so.
Bro,
Because
you just never know.
someone else will pop off and be like, oh, like
Like
some hot shot name, and
I saw
Bears
the people
fans will
like
be mad
it's
about that.
Ben Johnson or bust. So if he's bust and we become worse, what are you gonna do then? Like, come on, man. Like we gotta think about all these. I don't it shouldn't be one person or not at all.
Exactly.
It doesn't
That's
make
how I
sense.
feel. Like, bro, would Ben be nice? Sure. That's fine. I'm not gonna be mad if that's who we take.
No.
But I also am keeping my other options open in case we don't get Ben. Okay, who else do I like? Like, who else is there that I feel could help this team? Just keep all options open. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't want Ben Johnson and he shouldn't be your number one candidate, but you should have other options in case you don't get that.
Right.
That's all.
And here's the thing, like people like, why would you go to the Raiders? Again, Elisa has so eloquently presented this, and y'all just refuse to listen. Aiden O'Connell is a pocket QB. Guess what? If the Raiders can't get their guy this year, they have Aiden O'Connell, and guess who Ben Johnson has worked with the last 3-4 years? Jared Goff, who's also a pocket QB. So if they know he can be successful with Jared, maybe they're hoping he can be successful with Aiden for a season if they can't get their guy. Come on, man, y'all gotta stop thinking in short term. Like if they get Ben now and they got Aiden, maybe he can get the best out of Aiden, maybe he can't. But guess what? Then you get another guy. They already know what he can do with a pocket quarterback. They don't need to see nothing else. They saw it. And they got a pocket quarterback. So it makes sense to me. So stop trying to the Raiders don't got no talent. It doesn't matter, man. Y'all ain't looking at the football one on one, man. It's simple. It's right there in front of your face. You just don't want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Could he make Caleb? Could he help add to Caleb's game? Yes. I mean, I was talking to Coach T about this. He's like, yeah, no, it'll be easy with Caleb. He just got to adjust his scheme a little bit. But yeah, he can make it. He said it would be easy. I said, okay, that's what
Yeah.
he said, and he explained it. I said, okay, that makes sense. Because to me, I didn't think it would be easy, but the way he explained it, yeah. And I was like, okay, all right, I got you. But again, that doesn't make Ben the best. To me, honestly, you being serious, I feel like Ty Munkin probably would be the best choice if we talking about Caleb, like reaching what y'all consider his ceiling. Ty Monken will get him now. I'm telling you this right now. He will. He made Carson Beck. I mean, not Carson Beck. What's my man name? Stetson Bennett look amazing, and he's made Lamar look amazing for 2 years.
Mhm.
You don't think he can't get Caleb to that ceiling that y'all all say he has? Yeah, but to me, I don't know what Ty Monken will look like as a head coach. That's my only concern. I feel like I feel like he'd be better than Ben Johnson as far as getting the best
But
out of
that's the
Caleb.
thing, we don't know what Ben Johnson's gonna be like as a head coach because he
Right.
hasn't been one, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
So
I feel like there's pros and cons to every coach. I just feel like it can't be one guy or bust. Like,
one
just
guy.
keep your options open. That's all I'm saying.
Like
I mean,
everybody's like,
it sounds like it'll be Ben, and it like I said, if it's
it
Ben,
probably is.
great.
Mhm.
Like great. That's awesome, right?
Yep.
But if it isn't, okay, who's out there that is available? Like,
Mhm.
I just want this to be over at this point because I'm tired of all the these people with these fake sources like acting like they know what's going on and they really don't.
Like I,
Um,
I I brought up like Dak's numbers. When Dak is healthy, this man is he was putting up hella fine numbers with McCarthy. When he wasn't healthy, like his numbers dip. But if he stays healthy, like for instance, he played 12 games in 2022. He had 28, 2,860 yards, 23 touchdowns. Like had he played what 4 or 5 more games, he would have been over 3,000 easy.
yeah,
That would have been
probably would have got
44,
3,500.
35, 45. He played 8 games this year. He was at 1978. With 9 games left, he would have definitely been over 3,000. Like, so again, y'all might not like McCarthy. Some of y'all like his offense is outdated. Well, guess what? If his offense is outdated, he's still putting up numbers with that
Yep.
outdated ass offense. So what are we talking about? He's, Cooper Rush looked decent for a couple of games. Like, are we being for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, and I'm not saying McCarthy is my favorite. It was my favorite, but to act like he ain't done some things with Dak and Cooper Rush and who was the other guy they had? Like, come on, man. He's still.
Trey,
I mean, yeah, but Trey didn't really. I mean, crazy.
he played that one game.
Yeah, and he put up numbers. He just turned the ball over. You know,
Yeah,
it
he
is what
needs
it
to
is. Got
clean them up.
yeah, you got to clean them turnovers up. But again, to act like Mike McCarthy hasn't been successful. Like, we got to stop it. Like, we got to stop, man. Like, it's okay if you want. Here's the thing. It's okay if you want one guy, but to dismiss everybody else
Right.
because you're so headstrong on this one guy is asinine.
Hmm.
That's just how I feel. Like you can't dismiss one guy
Like,
with
and
everybody else.
here's another thing. I see Bears fans calling Ben Johnson dumb and all that. Like, he'd be dumb if he chose the Raiders and blah
Yeah,
blah blah. I'm
exactly.
like, what? No. I'm like, there's more to it than just what you and I know. We're not Ben Johnson, right? Like, what if Ben Johnson just likes warm weather and doesn't want to be outdoors in the cold? Like, we don't know this, right? Like, like I feel like people would be like, "Oh, he's dumb anyways. We didn't need him anyways." And I'm just like, "What?" Like, I don't understand it. Like, if he chooses Chicago, he chooses Chicago. Great. If he chooses Las Vegas, that's fine too. At the end
That's
of the
fine.
day,
Right.
I don't really care.
Who
Why?
cares?
Because until the Bears prove otherwise, I don't care who you hire. Like, I just don't. Like, it's not the end of the world if Ben Johnson isn't the head coach for me. It's not
Right.
the end of
It's
the
not
world.
like I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, it's over. No, we don't even know what the guy, whoever they hire, is what's gonna happen.
Right, like,
We don't
because
know that.
if we do hire Ben Johnson, I already know people are gonna be like, Super Bowl, oh my god, like we got the best, and I'll be like, but okay, like, what is he like as a head coach?
We just never know, man. You never know.
Okay,
Guess what?
great. Like, who's his staff gonna be? Like, come on,
Mhm.
is he gonna
Don't
be
know.
able to uh get guys to sign in free agency? I mean, like, it does the defense change? Like, I feel like there's a lot of questions that I have that don't have answers. So that's why I'm like, just hire someone and be done. I don't care at this point who it is.
Right, right. Yeah, we got to. You know what I'm saying? Let's just wait it out. Let's see what happens. Let's see who
Sounds
they
like
go
we
with.
could get a hire maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. Who knows, right? So,
I mean, they've already done. They did the Rooney Rule
right, they did the
interview.
Rooney rule, so they can hire anyone they want, essentially.
hmm I mean, I like that they gave Eddie George a look. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
I hate that he was used for the Rooney rule only, though.
Yeah, I
That's
hate it,
kind of
but he's a
stupid.
good coach, man. He's a good coach. He's shown that so far. So I know they weren't going to hire him. I mean, we all knew that. It is what it is. I'm glad he got the opportunity. Yeah, a lot of people don't get
Me
that
too,
opportunity.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy.
Some people are still holding out hope for Marcus Freeman. I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
Like, they're like, but what if he wins Notre Dame a title? I'm like, I just don't
Not
see
legal.
it. I mean, maybe. I don't see it though. I don't.
It's not legal.
Like, unless like a team just like gives him an offer he can't refuse and just like throws him the bag. But uh,
They would have, but
I
they would have to basically. He's got. Don't he got a lifetime contract with
he
them?
got like a 10-year contract from Notre Dame or something crazy.
Mm,
It's like a 10-year contract or something.
I don't,
Like I said, I find it hard if he would leave. But I do think they put a opt outs in his contract if he gets NFL interviews, like they did with Jim Harbaugh, where they put opt opt outs in his contract. They did it with Bill too.
mm,
They put opt outs in his contract.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Hey, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's gonna come like
We'll
with Ben
see.
Johnson. I think Ben Johnson is
I
between
think
the Raiders and the Bears. I don't think the Jags have. I
yeah.
don't think the Jags. I think there's outside chance.
I don't think the Jags are realistic. No, I think it's Raiders or Bears. If I had to guess, probably the Bears. If I had to guess, but we'll see. I guess.
I
But
just
yeah,
think.
I think Marcus Freeman waits another year or two. I think he'll still get NFL offers, but I think he'll wait before he goes to the pros. I guess is how I feel
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, I think he'll win.
Like so,
Especially
we'll
if they
see.
win.
But
If they win,
yeah,
he gonna want to run it back. He gonna
yeah,
want to run it back. Like, why would you not want to
exactly.
run it
That's what I'm saying. I think he's gonna wait another year or two before he really seriously considers the NFL
back?
for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I think
But
I think
I think he could be a good candidate for teams, but I don't know if this year's realistic. I guess
mm,
is what I'm saying. So I don't know if this year's realistic, but in a couple years, it wouldn't surprise me
yeah,
if his name was in some serious consideration.
yeah. I mean,
Wouldn't shock me at all.
we'll know this week because
Yeah,
it'll
that's
come
what I
out.
said. We'll know this week. I'm sure. I'm sure we'll get some. And watch, it's gonna be at like the most random time, early in the morning, at like 1 or 2 a.m. They
Well,
hire someone while everyone's asleep, and
yep,
I'll be like, not gonna do it, bro.
yep.
What?
No, I'm saying yeah. I was agreeing.
Yeah, like it's gonna be some random like early in the morning, 1:30 a.m. We're gonna hire our next coach, and I'm gonna be waking up like, oh, okay, so it finally happened. Like I just can't wait till that day until it gets announced. I don't care who they. I really don't care who they hire. I just want it to be announced so fans can like stop talking about it every day. Like, cause it's just a running gag at this point. Every day it's Ben Johnson or somebody else and blah blah blah. I'm just like, all right, just hire the
Yeah,
coach and
yeah.
be done.
We gonna
Have
see
your little interviews. ha-
yep.
Have your opening pressers and let's get it rolling. Like that's where I'm at.
Yeah, we'll find out who they. Because obviously it'll come out who's getting the second interview. So obviously we know Ben Johnson. I'm sure McCarthy will because I think he has an interview with the Saints tomorrow. I
Who?
think tomorrow. Mike McCarthy. He got an interview with the Saints.
Him and Aaron Glenn got second interviews. So yeah,
Yeah, they got an
I
interview.
think his is tomorrow. And Glenn's is Wednesday or something.
Yeah, yeah. He's going to meet with the Saints. I'm sure the Bears are probably talking to him about trying to get in with him before he
Yeah,
makes his decision. And I'm sure they talking to Ben because again, you can't put all like Ben. He's still trying to decide what he want to do. So I would be waiting on his ass. I'd be trying to okay, well, when you decide, guess what? We gonna look over here. If you say yeah, wait on me, and then I miss out on these other two guys or other four guys, yeah, nah, I'm out.
Justin, that's a picture of me while you're hating on my background. That's a
Right.
picture of me. I was
He know
like
he did.
2 or 3, and we decorated cookies for Christmas. So don't hate, appreciate. That's a good looking little person right there, if you ask me.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, like TVs
They are extinct. I mean, look at Joe
they're
Burrow.
going
He
extinct.
runs more than he used to.
They have to.
Like that's because he has to. His O line was getting him killed. Like he was like, yeah, I can't survive this, bro. Like I gotta like, shoom. Like
And the sad part for them is if they re-sign T Higgins, they ain't gonna have no money.
bro,
Not at all.
they gonna be broke as heck, bro. Like they need to fix that offensive line.
Yeah, but I'm like,
Like
how do you like? You got to decide.
you have to sacrifice T Higgins.
Hmm.
That's what you gotta do. Like, bro, you like the Bengals need, and they need to tell Joe Burrow that, like, look, bro, like you're getting killed. Like, we're trying to invest this money on the offensive line. Like, that's what the Texans need to do. They need to invest in the offensive line too, because CJ getting his head knocked off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised he survived the game. Like, he got hurt in like the second quarter.
Hmm.
Like, bro, he had like, I'm pretty sure he had like some knee sprain or something. He
Yeah.
was limping. He was limping around out there. I was like, bro, like you're getting this kid killed, bro. I'm like, hey, CJ, enjoy your vacation, heal up, whatever you're doing, go ride the waves of Cabo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, go enjoy the streets of Cabo, I guess, because you're gonna need it. Heal that knee of yours. Jayla Hurts was playing with a knee sprain yesterday.
Hmm.
He'll be back out there whenever they play Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, whatever that
Sunday.
day is.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday
He'll be back
afternoon.
out there
Yeah. Sunday
Sunday,
afternoon. They the first game.
putting
They got the first game.
he'll be putting belt to behind. I guess we'll see.
We're gonna see,
Like
man. That's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be
I hope the Commanders win. Personally, I want the Commanders to win.
like I said, I
Just
don't.
so I can see Bears fans still lose their head, bro.
Oh my
When I put out another tweet talking about again, I ask, why didn't we bring this kid in? Just to trigger people. They were so triggered, bro. Like you should have seen my comments, bro. Triggered, bro. I was just like, I just asked a simple question. That's all. I was just wondering.
God. Yeah.
So I just still never got a full answer for that.
You're not gonna get. You're not gonna
I
get a full answer.
still never got an answer. I was
You're not.
just wondering.
You're not gonna
I
get.
had curious thoughts, and that's what happens.
Yeah. 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 You know what? I will say this. I want to see uh what the Ravens gonna do if they lose Ty Munson. Who they gonna get?
Hmm. Interesting. Um. There's really only what 6 openings, which is the Jets, Saints, Bears, Jacksonville, Raiders. New England got close. That's all. What? There's 4 or 5
Yeah.
spots.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Nobody else gotta go.
maybe Glenn gets
Dallas.
either the
Dallas.
Jets or
I got
Saints.
Dallas.
Oh, Dallas. I forgot about Dallas. Dallas probably. It sounds like they'll do in like in staff hire. Shopmeyer's name is being floated around, or they'll just go rehire Kellen Moore.
Right. 'Cause they got him for an interview.
So
I think
yeah,
he got interviewed.
so it's either going to be Shopmeyer or Kellen Moore. So that one's filled. Saints or Jets is going to be Aaron Glenn. If Aaron Glenn goes to the Jets, then I see McCarthy to the Saints. So those two would be filled. Bears probably get Ben. That's filled. Jacksonville, I think Liam Cohen gets that job.
Mm-hmm.
So that's filled. The Raiders would be interesting after that because I don't know who they'd hire. Maybe Joe Brady.
Probably Joe Brady.
Maybe Joe Brady. So then that's filled. So then I guess where do you put Todd Monken now?
Nowhere else to go.
So he probably
Stay in
just goes
Baltimore.
back to
Baltimore.
Baltimore
Hmm.
at that point, I guess. So
Yeah, and then see who comes open next year. There's definitely gonna be a
right.
spot coming open next
Like there really isn't that many openings this year like there have been
year.
in years past. So I think that for now, the names that have been floated around are going to be the people that get the jobs,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah.
So, I mean, Tom Munkin has been getting interviews. Don't get me wrong, but I haven't really heard him tied to anyone like that. You know what I
Except
mean?
for the
Like
Bears.
so,
Except for the Bears.
except for the Bears.
Push
But
make
really, let's be honest. For the Bears, it's down to two people. It's down to Ben and Mike McCarthy. So,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
we'll see. But I think for them, it's Ben is probably their number one. McCarthy the number two, and then Monken three. So
I heard, or Brian Flores. We
or
got
Flores. Forgot about dang. See,
he can go to
dang.
Jacksonville.
Is there a chance that Flores just goes back to Minnesota?
I mean, it's a chance.
Maybe he goes to the Raiders.
Mm, I didn't think about that. Good idea.
But has he
Yeah,
even interviewed with the Raiders?
I don't think so.
Maybe Jacksonville. But I think Jacksonville goes with Liam Cohen,
Okay.
the Bucks OC.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like that's interesting. I forgot about Brian Flores. Yeah, see, that's interesting. I don't know if Flores. That's gonna be interesting. I don't know if Flores gets a job this
Mm.
cycle. Now that I think about it, it wouldn't shock me if he did, but I feel like it also wouldn't shock me if he went back to Minnesota.
I think he get. I in the chance that it's probably not gonna happen. But if we lose out on Johnson and McCarthy, I think we get Flores.
Flores would be fine with me. I wouldn't hate that. But I didn't think about that. I forgot about Brian Flores. Wow. There's really not that many spots, I guess.
Not. So that's what I'm saying. In the event we lose out of those two, I think Flores is who we gonna go with.
Flores would be that would be fine with me. Wow. There could
At
be a
least
chance Flores goes back. That would be insane though. That would be insane. Maybe
they
he
got
takes
they got a decision as well. The Vikings they got to decide if they're gonna re-sign Sam or just
they probably gonna let Sam walk. Hey, my Sam to the Raiders agenda. I mean, not Raiders, the Rams agenda might come to fruition, depending on what Matthew Stafford decides.
I think he's gonna come back again.
I don't. I
Think
think
he's
if
done?
he does leave, I could see the Rams because
Think
it's
he's done?
basically the same system. It's basically the same system. Like
I can see Sam going back to the Rams.
Kevin O'Connell came from Sean McVay, so I could see if Minnesota doesn't re-sign him, I could see him going to the Rams.
Yeah.
Like especially if Matthew Stafford retires, I could see him. I could see Sam to the Rams. I definitely
Oh
could.
yeah, yeah. If Stafford retires, it's all foregone conclusion. He going to the Rams. Not even,
Right, because like he wouldn't have to learn a new system. He would just like
you know, he's going. They're
it
gonna
would
give him
just
money.
be right, and they could afford him because most of the guys are on their rookie deals anyway. Like
Yep.
yeah,
And
yeah. I,
Minnesota already got their QB of the future on their roster. So.
they got J.J. McCarthy. You make Daniel Jones the backup, like
Hmm. Yep. Sign Daniel Jones or somebody like that. Yep.
to back up J.J. And so yeah, I feel like Sam Darnold to the Rams is probably the one I would predict. After that, the quarterback free agent market isn't that great though. I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, because
uh,
it's only a couple of spots, like you said. The Raiders need a
the
QB.
Raiders need a quarterback. The question is what they do. I feel like it depends on what happens for them. Like who they end up hiring and all that,
Yeah,
who's their GM. Like that's gonna be the biggest thing is what happens with the Raiders.
Raiders and Steelers need a QB.
Raiders and Steelers need a quarterback. The Giants need a quarterback.
Mhm.
The Browns, the
The
Titans.
Jets,
But
the Jets gotta wait on
some
the
of
Jets
some of
waiting
the
on
the
Aaron Rodgers.
Jets.
They waiting on Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
they're waiting on Rodgers. Some of these teams, I feel like, are seeing what happens. Like I think Tennessee and maybe Cleveland take a quarterback. Like
Yeah,
Tennessee probably takes Shadur because uh, Dion already said he ain't going to Cleveland. I don't really blame him though. I don't blame him. Cleveland's terrible. So then maybe Cleveland takes Cam Ward, I guess.
yeah.
So those two would have quarterbacks, but then you still have like the Jets, the Giants, the Raiders, Saints, or not Saints. Well, maybe depends on who they hire. Saints maybe, but I feel like they would just roll with Spencer Rattler and what's his name, Jake
Derek
Campbell.
Carr. If
Derek.
Derek Carr is done,
Yeah, I think they keep Derek, but he down to me.
let me
They
see what
got
he got left. Let me see what
he got 2 year deals left. I think he got 2 years left. I think he got 2 years left.
he got.
I would. I don't know. I think he got 2 years left. Uh
Oh, he's got a cap hit of 51 million.
oh yeah,
51.4 million.
he ain't going nowhere. Yeah, that's not happening. Like, yeah, they keeping him. That's his cap hit? Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. That's insane. That no wonder they asked him to take a pay cut and he said no. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got a cap hit.
I mean maybe depending on what happens with the nah. But yeah, there's not that many QB openings left, so it'll
Mhm.
be interesting to see how free agency plays out.
Yeah,
Um,
he makes 51.4 this year. If they cut him, dead money is 50 million.
oh no, yeah, they're not doing that.
And
They're
then
not doing
next
that's
year, his cap number is 61.
oh
If they
yeah,
cut him,
they
if they
stuck.
hold on, if they cut him, they got 28 million in dead, and then they'll save 32.
They'll probably cut him next year after the end of the season then. But this year, no, they're not gonna cut him. 50 mil, yeah, they're not gonna do that. Maybe the
They,
end of next season,
yeah, they
they'll
gonna
cut him.
they'll cut him after next year because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After next year, they'll
because
cut him because that's only 28 million, and you save like 30. Yeah,
but
so
then
they'll hold on to him this
they'll still
season.
have dead money over the next 2 seasons because then they'll have 17 the next year and then 5.7.
Yeah, that's not bad though. Like, yeah, they'll probably cut him at the end of next year.
Mhm.
The end of Kirk Cousins maybe gets released, but I don't know where he would go. Maybe Cleveland, maybe. He knows
They-
Kevin Stefanski. He worked with Stefanski in Minnesota,
But they his
but
let me see his cap. His
his cap hits high. It's like 30 million. It's like 30 some odd million. It's kind of like Russ's deal,
yeah,
where it's like 30 some million.
yeah, he got a lot. He got a lot.
His is like Russ's deal. He's like 30,
So
30 mil or something.
they definitely not cutting him this year because they'll be
You don't think
65.
so?
But his dead cap is $65 million. Dead hit, and then
Who? Deshaun?
no Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins
Really?
$65 million dead cap or dead money, and then he'll have a 20. Wow, they'll actually have to pay 25. Like they won't have no savings. It's in the red, $25 million. They won't save money until the following until 26. If they cut them, they'll get 25. They have 25 million in dead cap, and they'll save 32.5. So they gotta keep him on the
So
roster.
they really would keep. They would really keep him as a $40 million backup.
They got to. They have no
I
choice.
don't know if
They
I'd
have to.
do that.
They have to.
Like I'm not paying my backup 40 mil. They're gonna have to restructure that or something.
They if he has to agree to it.
They have to restructure that. 40 million for a backup is crazy, bro.
Oh yeah,
Like,
they definitely ain't cutting Deshaun, even though he just.
yeah, they can't. His cap hits like 65 million.
I'm looking at it right now. This. Oh my. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is the restructure numbers, but if they cut him at this year, they dead money is 170
$100 and what?
$72 million.
My God! If they cut him,
if they
Yo, yeah, they
I don't know
ain't
if y'all
doing
be
that.
able to see it. Can y'all see it?
They're not doing that. That's what I said. Deshaun's there. Like, even though he retore his
Look at that.
he re-ruptured his Achilles or
That's his
whatever.
current contract right now. I don't know if that's. I know they restructured some money, but that's insane.
Yeah,
He's there,
bro, that's insane, bro. That's
but
insane. Like,
but they can. But again, they can draft a guy and they won't have to pay him as much. Yep.
um, yeah, that's insane. Yeah, Deshaun's not going anywhere. He'll be there on the roster because they don't have a choice.
They don't have a choice.
But
They own too much
I
money.
can't see Atlanta keeping Kirk for $40 million. I just can't see that. Not for a backup. Not for a backup.
Yeah.
I just can't see it. Like I can't see that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
40 mil? I can't see that. Like they at least they're at least gonna have to restructure that or something.
Mm. I
Like
mean,
that's
yeah, but how? You got it. Yeah.
I think they're gonna be willing to eat that money, bro.
Yeah.
I think
I
they're
don't know.
gonna be willing to eat that money. Like there's no way you keep a $40 million backup.
I mean, they don't have no choice. Did you see? They will owe him so much money. Like this, I'm gonna show you.
I'm just saying, like,
They're gonna have to
I don't
look
know.
at this. Look at that.
Is
That's
that's
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk?
Yes. Look at the dead money. They cannot cut him. $65 million in dead money.
Uh,
That's
that,
worse than
that
Russ. That's worse than Russ. That's disgusting.
they ought to. They can't keep a $40 million backup, bro.
What you want them to do?
I think they're gonna eat the money. I think they'll just eat it, bro.
They're gonna eat $65 million.
It'd be
Oh,
like 40 because of the cap cut or whatever, but even still, I just don't see it. I don't see them keeping a $40 million backup, bro. I don't see it. Like, why would they do that? Yeah, we're just paying a guy $40 million to sit on our bench. Like, where have you heard that before? Where have you seen that before?
nowhere because ain't nobody out getting. Nobody was getting these stupid contracts out this season that didn't work.
Exactly. Like, bro, like, come on.
Come on.
Like,
We
even
all
the
knew when he
even
got that
the
money, it was dumb.
even the Giants cut their losses. They said we're just gonna eat this, bro. Like, we're not. No.
Let me see what they.
Like, even the Giants were like, yeah, we're just eating this money at this point because we're not gonna sit Daniel Jones for $40 million. Like, and they wanted him to do what the Broncos wanted Russ to do, which was waive his no injury settlement or whatever it was. And he said no. And they like cut him the next day. Like I don't see the Falcons doing that. Especially when you can bring in a cheaper backup for that, bro.
Yeah,
Like
trying to.
you can bring in a cheaper backup for that.
Yeah.
What did the Giants owe Daniel Jones this year?
I think they get
Like I'm not doing that, bro.
at but they don't owe him nothing because they cut him. They won't owe him nothing.
They cut him exactly. That's what I'm saying. The Falcons can
But
cut Kirk Cousins.
but they but they didn't none of it. The Giants could cut Daniel Jones because none of his money was guaranteed after this year. 25 and 26.
I'm still cut. I'm cutting. I'm just cutting Kirk. Yeah, I'll eat the dead money. I'll eat it, but I'm cutting Kirk. Bye.
That's too much.
You can't stay here. Or if I bring him back, he's gonna have to take less money. I'll cut him and bring him back for less money.
Right, they're gonna have to again. They're gonna try to restructure with him. They don't have no damn choice.
Like that's
They
you're
don't
not
have to
paying a back.
restructure with him.
You're not paying a back of $40 million.
Like they're gonna have to.
It's
Hey,
not
look,
happening.
man. We'll keep you here, but you can't be getting paid $40 million as a back.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
They're gonna have to convert some of that to a signing bonus or something. They're gonna have to
Or
say,
something, exactly.
I don't know if they can do that, but they might have to.
Maybe half. Maybe you turn 20 million of that into a signing bonus,
Yeah,
and then the other 20 million is for like the backup role. Even that's a lot for a
I guess
backup
they
guy.
could do. I guess they could do. I guess they could do if they're able to. They can convert it to a signing bonus. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see. I guess that'll be a good storyline. The other storyline for me is what the Colts do to bring in competition for Anthony Richardson. That'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Sam Darnold. Hey, Sam Darnold. Could you imagine that Sam Darnold to Indianapolis, bro?
Mm.
With Anthony Richardson there, bro.
Dang,
I
dang,
can see it now. Sam Darnold to the AFC South, bro.
dang. They gonna bring.
Yeah,
But they.
Sam ain't doing
But
that, bro.
but to me, they need to bring in another veteran. Like Joe ain't it.
Yeah, nah, he's old.
They got to bring in somebody else.
They, I feel like they need to bring in somebody that can actually push Anthony Richardson.
But not only that, they can tell him how to be as a mobile quarterback. Like Joe is a statue. What are you gonna
Yeah,
learn from
Joe's the
Joe?
statue. Joe be standing back there. I'd be like, "You good, Joe?" They be
Joe, this
showing the
man ain't
highlights of
moving.
Joe. They be showing the highlights of Joe Flacco. He be on the ground. I'd be like, "You good, Joe? You're 40. How you feeling back there?"
They got to bring in somebody that's worth a damn. Let's just say
That's the thing, though. It's not that good of a class, though. Maybe that's why I said maybe Zach Wilson. I guess
that.
Trey
No,
Lance.
maybe Trey Lance. Trey's a good option. 'Cause Trey can at
Maybe
least.
Trey Lance. I don't know. Like
I don't know either. I have no idea.
maybe Russ. I guess. Could you imagine
Yeah, I
Russ?
just said they could actually bring in Daniel Jones.
Yeah, hey, they could do that. Actually, I'd like that for Richardson though. They're about the same player to me.
Yeah,
Both very flawed passers, but Daniel Jones at least got some wheels. He can move a little bit.
yeah,
He'll run. He'll run if he has to. Actually, that might be good for Anthony Richardson though.
he'll
Someone
push.
to push
Yeah,
him.
yeah, he'll
Not
push.
necessarily better than him, but about the same level or a tad bit better. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Because I feel like with Minnesota, JJ's like the guy, right? Like
Ain't no way. None.
the
Move
guy.
all that you just said right there. Thanks for the good show, Marche, but F these boys, F Ohio State, and L
Ugh,
L.
ugh, Ohio State.
Uh,
Ugh. I don't like the Bills, so I'm going Chiefs and maybe Philly, I guess again.
Chiefs,
Which
Chiefs, and whoever else comes out the NFC. I don't care. I'm good with either one.
exactly. I'm good with either or. I guess I would prefer the Commanders because I've already seen Chiefs and Philly. But if it's Philly again, I won't be disappointed. I like Jalen Hurts, I guess. So,
I like Jalen Hurts.
although he needs to stop playing hurt because he looks terrible playing hurt. But
I don't know. I think if Philly uh if Philly does make it, Kansas City gonna have their hands full with Saquon. That man's playing on
oh
another.
man,
He is
Saquon,
not.
Saquon's run. Saquon's playing like his hair's on fire, bro.
This
Like
man is.
he
This
just
man is on. This man is on another planet. Right
he's on 12, bro. Like, Saquon
now.
is crazy. He's
He is
crazy, bro.
unfreaking stoppable right now. So
He
and guess
is
what?
like Sam is ridiculous.
And you just better hope they passing games don't get going. How you gonna stop? How you gonna stop? How? With who? They got too much. And guess what?
They got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith
And
and Dallas
Dallas got
Goddard and Kyle Quintera and Saquon and Kenneth Gainwell ain't been bad either.
ain't been bad either.
With
So,
that offensive line, bro.
that's what I'm
Bro.
saying, man. And they defense is real. Even without
Their
Dean.
defense is a stud. Their
My
defense
man, what's his
is
name?
insane.
Bond stepped up.
Yeah, Nick Braun, he's a dog. He's a dog. But the Commanders split with them during the season, so it wouldn't shock me if the Commanders won. But I
No,
think it'll be another close game like it was the last time they played them, where Jaden Daniels would have to win it at the end.
but trust and believe. If Washington goes, It ain't gonna be no snooze either. Because guess what?
I
All
will
them people I
laugh.
all them people I named early on the show that Washington has, good luck stopping. And
But
here's the thing
also,
about it. Brian Robinson Jr. still really hasn't got going. And if he gets going, you are in trouble. Because
yeah,
Austin Eckler is when that's the thing people forget. Austin Eckler, when he's healthy, he's still one of the best backs in the league. And he showed that
man,
the other
he
night.
destroyed Detroit, bro. He was
So
just cooking Detroit.
if he stays healthy, watch out. You see what I'm saying? So damn, so you gonna come in, we getting ready to get off. I'm gonna let you go on and say what you gotta say, because we finna get off.
Yeah, Zay.
Yes, yeah, man. I completely forgot the show was right now because
He
I was
probably
too
took a
busy.
nap, bro. He
I
probably took
was
a nap and woke
I
up,
was
bro.
me and my guys. We got a dynasty football thing going on for college football. We've been playing a bunch of games, so it completely slipped my mind. I'm looking like, what? It's two something already? Like, dang! But it is what it is. My bad, y'all. This week was a good week for football, though, man. A lot of
Hashtag
underdog teams
cancel
went.
Zay. Hashtag
Can
cancel
y'all can
Zay.
y'all hear me?
Hey,
Yeah.
A
we're
lot of
we're
underdog teams won this
we're
past week,
early.
which I did expect the Commanders to beat the Lions. That was who I had, but it is what it is. A good week of football last
Connor's
week.
me. Connor's me, bro.
He me too. I'm right there
Yeah,
with
I
Hey,
feel that, bro.
hey, Julius.
him.
I see you took a page out of my book telling Jaquan Brisker to stop talking and play with the pads because he ain't never out there playing.
He always yapping though. That
He
man
do.
be active on social media. I be like, bro, how about you be
Hey,
active on the field?
when I saw that, I told you I put in a group there. I meant that. Like, bro, stop talking. You're talking too much.
We ain't one jack, and we got
So
people talking, man.
let's
Like
win
let's
six.
Exactly.
Let's focus on getting to the playoffs first. Then talk to me about Super Bowl. Bro, I don't want to hear that.
Exactly, bro.
You gonna get a Super Bro, get to the playoffs, nigga. How about that?
for
I
real.
agree. Like, dude, all this yapping. How about you do
Stop
something on
yapping.
the field? How
Keep
about you
talking.
stay healthy? How about that? How
I
about you
don't want to
stay
hear none
healthy
of that.
first?
I don't want to hear none of that until you stay healthy and stay on the field and get us to the playoffs. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Then you can talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah,
all that talking is done.
love the
We let
look.
Here's the thing. We let all them talk us to death in the all season. All this still different, all that to do what? For 5 wins?
hmm
Come on, dog.
Like I said, them coaches are going. Them players are gonna know very early when they bring in this the next coach if they gonna buy into him or not. They gonna
Exactly.
know early.
Yep. That's why I'm like, no, until they prove it to me, I don't care what. I'm not into the all that yapping. Prove it to me. Prove
And
it
here's
on the field.
and here's the thing.
Enough of the games.
I told y'all this yesterday in the group there. Remember I said we can hire whoever, but if we go
Right.
9-8, if we go 9-8, we're gonna see how many of y'all really care about wins, how many of y'all care about stats. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
But it's a risk with hiring all of these guys. Like it ain't just
Yeah, I'm not. I'm talking about. I'm just saying, like, so
a risk
we
with
talk.
Johnson. It's a risk with McCarthy.
I
Well,
agree.
I'm saying, like, we're gonna see who really cares about the Bears
Yeah.
winning, or who cares about the Bears putting up stats.
Oh,
Because
I agree.
if we go nine, let's say we go 9-8, but Caleb has a really good season. Let's say he goes 4,000 yards. Let's say 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. We gonna see who really want to care about the Bears winning, who care about his stats. Because they gonna tell us.
hmm
They gonna tell you. I'm telling you this right now. I want the Bears to win. I don't give a dang. He throw for 6,000 yards. If we don't make
Bro,
the playoffs, I do not care.
Jalen
Don't
Hurts threw
talk to me.
128 passing yards yesterday, and they're in the conference championship game. What's that
Uh,
tell you, bro?
Josh Allen had 127.
Exactly, bro. I could care less about the. Did you win the
But
football game?
the
If
most
the
the
answer is
most important
yes,
thing
then bro, okay, that's all I care about. W.
the most important thing is both of those teams got a really good running game. Some of the Bears just don't have. They just did not have. I don't know what has been going on with those. What they being taught. What Chris Morgan telling them, but they just did not have a run game, and they need to just.
They
I'm
need.
at a point right now where I would be okay with letting Swift go right now.
But here's the thing, though.
Who I've been trying to tell people.
But
Swift,
here's the thing,
Swift.
though. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You've been
I was
talking.
gonna say Swift's good for about a month of the season, and then after that, he's up and down. Like That's been him every year he's been in the league. He'll have a good like month of the season, and everyone's like, "Oh, Swift's a dude," and then he drops off.
Yeah. But again, this is something we talked about. You could be mad about the quarterback only threw for 127 yards. But guess what? If your running back is going for 96 and 150, it don't matter. Did you win? Guess what? Buffalo put up how many points they win? They put up 27. And Josh Allen had
27.
a pedestrian night. He didn't turn
Right,
the
he had
ball
two
over.
rushing touchdowns.
Two rushing touchdown. He rushed, I think, for 20 yards.
Yeah.
Something like that. It was something. It was something. It wasn't a lot. Hold on, I can tell you right now. 1 second. He didn't do a whole lot, but they won the game because they did.
Jalen Hurts didn't do a whole lot. Guess what? They won the game.
Josh Allen, 10 attempts for 20 yards, 2 touchdowns. He 16 for 27, 127 yards, 1 sack. His QB rating was 86.7.
Did they win the game, Julius?
They won the game.
Asking for a friend.
They won the
Okay.
game. They won the game.
Just wondering. It was just checking.
It doesn't matter, man. That's the thing that we've all been saying. Like, I don't care what if you win the game, you win the game. But it takes football is the ultimate team sport, and I think that some people get so lost in one guy being the difference. No, you need the whole team because guess what? Like y'all said, Jalen Hurts didn't have a great game yesterday, but Saquon put up 205 yards
Yeah, he did.
and 2 touchdowns. And guess
two
what?
touchdowns.
Jalen Carter had 2 significant plays at the end.
I mean,
Darius Slay had a bunch of plays. Like, come on,
I think Jalen Hurts only ran for like 50 yards, but he had a rushing touchdown. Like,
Jalen
he didn't
Hurts
do much.
Jalen Hurts had 15 for 20, 128 yards passing. He had 7 for 70 yards, 1 touchdown.
Oh, so okay.
But then
Exactly.
you look at Stafford threw for 324 yards. He's 26 for 44, 2 touchdowns, 5 sacks. Kyron Williams, 19 yards, 19 attempts, 106 yards. Yep. So, yeah, Stafford put up all them stats, and they still lost.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
it
he got
doesn't matter.
sacked 5 times.
He got sacked 5 times. So again, team game, man. Like, come on, we got to stop thinking one guy's gonna do it all. Patrick Mahomes ain't had that great of a game. He had 16
I know.
177 yards, a touchdown. He got
Yeah.
sacked 5 times. Only person, one guy really did something is Kelsey, 7 reception, 117 yards, touchdown.
Exactly. Like, even Mahomes didn't have a Mahomes-like game, right? But guess what? They won the game.
He
Did they
had a
not?
Mahomes-like season. He's just been good enough.
Right.
He's been good in spots, but he ain't put up numbers. Like that's what I'm saying. But he's still good enough to do what he needs to do, and his team makes the plays. Like, yeah, he threw that touchdown, but at the end of the game, who helped him get the stop?
The
Guys
defense.
we talked about earlier, Chris Jones and George talked about.
I mean, for real, and I feel like this is how I know a lot of people don't really watch football. Like, if you've noticed, the numbers of most quarterbacks' numbers have been like that pretty much all season, right?
Yep.
Like, they've been, I would call them average, I guess. They've been about average, right? Not great, not terrible, average. But hey, if you're winning the game, do you hear people complaining? No. Like, you think anyone is complaining about Patrick Mahomes throwing for 177 yards? No. Why? Because the Chiefs are winning. The Chiefs are back in the AFC Championship game. Like, I promise you, Mahomes could throw for 50 yards on Sunday, and if he wins the game, they're not going to care. They're not. They're not. Like, they're going to be like, we won. We're back in the Super Bowl. So, like, I feel like people get too invested in stats. Me, all I care about is the win or loss at the end of the day. Did you win the game? Okay, cool. Like, great. Like, I feel like that's the crazy thing, right? It's like when we beat Green Bay, everyone was happy that we beat Green Bay. I'm like, see? I'm like, y'all don't even realize Caleb only threw for like 150 yards. But guess what? Because we won, it doesn't matter. Right? No, it doesn't matter. We still won the game. Josh Blackwell was running in for touchdowns. The defense shut up. And that's how it should be, right?
And
Caleb threw for 150 yards. And guess what? I ain't care because we won the game. Great.
DJ had damn near 100 of them.
Exactly. We won the game, did we not?
Mm-hmm.
So that's all that matters. That's all. Like, Like
All that
everyone
matters.
would be like, oh, he threw for 300 yards. I'm like, but we lost.
We lost.
Hey,
Like, who
he,
cares?
bro, if he threw for 100 and we won, I'd be more happy about the fact that he threw for 100 yards and we won the game than if he threw for 300 and we lost. Like,
That's
bro,
why,
like,
and that's what like understanding football now more than ever. That's why I didn't. To me, I didn't get as frustrated this year with the Bears losses because it's like I wasn't so caught up in the stats. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wasn't
'Cause
either.
I
Mm-mm.
look at it like the last couple seasons. Like there was times we could have won the game when we didn't have the stats. Like who cares? Like were we in position to win the game? Yeah. How many times did we get blown out in the last what?
We only
We haven't
got blown out once, and that
we
was
haven't got
San Fran.
we haven't
That
got
was
blown
San
out.
Fran.
It look the last 4 years we haven't really got blown out that often. We got blown out
Mm-mm.
by Green Bay that one game, but it was supposed to first half. We just faded in the second half. It was another game.
San Fran
Sanford, yeah,
this year.
but that's
This year.
in 4 years we've been competitive.
Exactly.
We just didn't
Like
have a
we
lot of the workhorse. So again, all this, oh, we get no man. We just you need certain people in certain spots, and we just didn't have the talent. Now that we have the talent, we need the coach to help us get over the hump.
Exactly.
We don't
exactly.
need the stats. We need the coach to be like, no, we are going to run the ball 6 times in a row until you stop. Just like what did Baltimore do? Guess why they got back in the game? On that one drive, Derrick Henry, they ran that ball 54 out of 57 yards and
Mm-hmm.
scored like it was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Had Lamar not turned the ball over, unfortunately, in the first half, they are in the championship right now.
Facts. I mean,
Buffalo
even
is
you
not
even look at
stopping.
the Bills
Period.
though. They did the same thing, right? Run. James Cook
James
blows off a 30-yard run. Like they ran the ball, bro. They had a stat at one point where they had like 20 rushes and only like 5 pass attempts.
exactly.
Yep.
In a drive. In a drive. I'm like, it's not rocket science, bro. You're not stopping me running the football, so I'm gonna keep running.
Right.
And they ran right through the end zone. Right to the end zone. Boom, 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 boom. Whether it was Josh Allen, James Cook, that other dude they have, the rookie, Davis,
Mhm.
Ray Davis. Like, they ain't care. Shoot. Keep trucking, bro.
Right. Just like we just said, Saquon, I'm gonna keep running until you stop me. You
Right.
can't
Until
stop
you
me. Good
and
luck.
and
Yep.
and it was funny because they pointed it out on the broadcast. Every time you leave him single high, guess what? Boom. He runs straight for a touchdown. It cost the Rams that Sunday night game they played against Philadelphia. They let Saquon just run single high, only one guy not ready because they're
Right.
focused on the line of scrimmage. Saquon just said, "Oh, there's my hole." Boom, and that's what happened. Like, bro, it's not hard.
It's
Not
not
hard, bro.
hard.
205 yards and you win the game. That's a success for me. Hey,
That's a good game
that
plan.
is a success
Good
to me.
game. Exactly. Good game plan. Say it one more time. Yeah.
That's a good game plan.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So let's. That's why I said, and Elise said, and Zay said, let's get for the next Bears coach. Let's get somebody in here that's going to win. Don't care about
Mm-hmm.
that. Like Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell said it's my fault. He had to say that. He had to say that. His defense thing, they got shredded. His offense, yeah, they was putting up numbers, but guess what? They was off.
Goff turned the
Jared Goff
ball over
had,
like
had
4
turned the
times.
ball over, getting sacked, all that. So how's it on Dan Campbell? Like he did what he's supposed to, in my opinion. Wasn't his fault. But again, like you said, they struggle with mobile QB.
Mm-hmm.
That was their
They've
Achilles heel.
they've had for a while. That's their Achilles heel because they don't have the linebackers to cover,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's
they got to
um,
play a ton of them. They got to play a ton of them next year
oh, yep,
Oh yeah.
because they got the AFC North, so they got to play Lamar and Joe
mm,
Burrow.
good luck.
Whoever Cleveland takes,
Good luck.
whatever Pittsburgh decides, and then they got to play somebody else with a mobile quarterback. So
All right, y'all. We are coming up on an hour and a half. So I know
Oh,
y'all gonna see and get ready for this college football championship.
I really
Um,
don't
uh,
have. I really can it end
that's
in
what I was
a tie? Can nobody win? How about that?
man, I do not want Ohio State to win this thing.
exactly.
I don't
Exactly.
I don't want Ohio State to win, but I don't like Notre Dame either. That's as
I
Oh,
don't
simple as that
care.
is.
I don't know
I'd
Ohio State.
rather Notre Dame win.
Notre Dame. I could deal with Notre Dame.
Yeah,
I'm telling you this.
yeah, Notre Dame. I hope they
Notre
win.
Dame.
Hate
Fighting
Ohio
Irish.
State. I
Versus
hate
Irish.
Ohio State bad, bro.
Yeah. You never
Like
gonna
I
say
can't
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Y'all know the real school though. Don't play.
Hey,
Know
let
the
me
real
tell y'all,
school.
it's
Don't
so
play.
funny, man. They used to be like, why y'all don't like Ohio State? And then over the year, he's just like, I can't
I
stand
just
them.
don't like them no more. I just don't like them. They fans are just
Mm.
Justin, we talk about you, bro. You're
Yeah, you
dusty.
and Marseille, both of y'all, bum
Yeah,
Ohio State.
Marche.
Bum. Get them bum. But guess what? They lose again. Here's the funny thing about Ohio State fans. If they lose tonight, they can be like fire Ryan Day. Like, bro, he just got you the championship. Fire Ryan Day. He sucks.
They do that all the time, bro. Like when he lost to Michigan, it was, fire Ryan Day. He needs to go. I'm like, okay, bro. Like, I'm like, who's gonna be better that replaces Ryan Day?
Even former
Please
players
enlighten me.
like, dude, I bet dude
Bro,
whoever I
you're right
bet
though. He
dude
loses today, they gonna be like, fire Ryan Day.
fire
He's not the
fire.
coach to get over the hump. I'll be like, who's gonna get y'all over the hump? Y'all
I'm
suck.
telling you this right now.
Like,
If they lose tonight, the first tweet that I see, I'm gonna repost it. I'm gonna say, I told y'all this was gonna happen. I'm just gonna yep.
I'm just gonna be like, who you bringing in to replace him? It's not his fault. Y'all suck.
Okay.
Y'all just suck.
But anyways, we'll see y'all next week, man. We'll know who the Bears have hired because they probably hired somebody. We'll know who won the national championship, and we'll know who's going to the Super Bowl. So, all that and more next week. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe to our page. What's it called? Page on
Rage juke joint.
X and X. Yep, raise you join our pages, all that good stuff. And thank y'all. And until next week, man. We'll talk to y'all soon, man. Y'all have a good week, man.
oh.
Stay warm.
Peace.